Using my Gozney Dome for the first time in spring, I'm going to show you the good, the bad and the ugly. First, let's go back in time to a couple of hours ago and I'll show you what I did to get the oven ready to use. A pizza oven can be pretty nasty at the end of a spell of not using it, especially in winter, so we're going to clear all the ash out. That can hold some dampness and stop the oven getting hot enough. With the dome, we can pop out the ash vent and brush all the small bits away, but there's no need to go too far with this because what's left will burn away when we light a fire. Next, let's light a fire, and I'm going to use more bigger logs than normal and a bit less hardwood kindling because I want to heat this up a bit slower than normal. Be cleverer than I was and put the ash vent back in before you light the fire. Make sure to push the fire to both sides of the oven, which is going to make sure we dry out any dampness out of the whole stone and give ourselves nice even baking. When we push the fire to the right, we can really start ramping up the temperature, so use hardwood kindling instead of splits, which is going to give us a more aggressive, hotter fire. Now we're at full whack, we want to run it here for about an hour more. That's going to make sure the oven's completely singing and we can hold this 420 degree stone temperature without it dropping off. Right, stone and air temperature are bang on. I've loaded another log in. Let's make some pizza. Just keeping the dough out of the sun down here. So this is about a 16-hour dough. Must admit, forgot to make it yesterday. So I got to about 8 o'clock last night. Remembered to make the dough. But feels okay. You know, it's nice and extensible. Stretching all right. Looks strong. Right, let's get it topped. So this is the mutti pulper with a little bit of basil in it. I've forgotten my parmesan, I'm going to grab that. Freshly grated parmesan, but pecorino or grana padano will all do. It's just about a layer of flavour that mozzarella doesn't give you. I like my basil under the cheese, and we can either clap or we can tear. It's just going to release some extra oils, which releases some extra flavour. This is just regular dry mozzarella from the supermarket. It's the Galbani Cucina, I think it's called. It's not as good as Fior Latte, but in a pinch when you want something from the supermarket, spot on. Drizzle of oil, as always, British rapeseed oil, and let's get this loaded and launched. Just top up the cheese a little bit, and let's get her in. Right, we're nice and hot, so my standard process is about 15 or 20 seconds, then I start thinking about turning. And we just want to ease the peel underneath. We're just trying to break the seal between the pizza and the stone. And we can spin through 180, drop the pizza back exactly where it was. Another 15 seconds and turn through 90. Another 15 seconds and another 180 degree turn. 15 seconds, a final spin, and this is done. There you go, not bad. Haven't made pizza for a while. Nice even bake on the crust. Cheese is split a little bit here, which says we kept it in the oven a little bit too long, but that can happen with the cheaper cheese as well. Pretty happy. I'm gonna make another margherita. These are gonna go in our freezer. I haven't been making much pizza this winter. I've been cooking a lot of barbecue outside, but not so much pizza. And we just always like to have margaritas in the freezer. You can bake them as they are, and if you fancy something different, you can warm them up with some new toppings on. This dough's pretty nice for 16 hours, pretty happy. This is Sonata pizza flour. It's a British milled flour. People will tell me on social media these days, oh, you should be stretching with semolina. But personally, I can do it with flour. The flour's not burning the base. That really only happens when you're using too much of it. This is a mixture of British and Canadian wheat, milled in the UK. So instead of using an Italian product that's probably also Canadian wheat, I'm using something with less road miles on it. So just works for me. I am a big advocate of semolina. If you're just learning to make pizza, it just makes the whole process of getting a pizza off the peel a huge amount easier. But for me, I'm happy with flour. Going a little bit less cheese on this one. New log on so we don't lose the rolling flame. Nice big second stretch, so we're hanging over the edge of the peel. That's giving us a genuinely 12-inch pizza. We'll see if we can get this one baked a little bit quicker and stop that cheese from splitting. So this is the sort of stuff that happens when you're first using your pizza oven in the spring. My air temperature's sitting about 400. I really want that quite a lot higher, so actually this is probably going to be another slow bake, and let's really focus on that for the third pizza. Yeah, so what we've actually ended up with is a dropping air temperature. So that log that I put on wasn't enough to boost the air temperature into the mid 400s. So it's still going to be a nice pizza, but it's not going to be that 60-second Neapolitan. And it's these sorts of details that you often miss when you come back to pizza making. You see, we've just got more stiffness than you'd expect out of Neapolitan pizza. It's actually quite a nice style of pizza when you do it on purpose, that light Neapolitan dough baked longer at lower temperatures, but let's try and bang out some Neapolitans. 4 sticks of hardwood kindling instead of a log is going to give us more intense heat, so that's going to get our air temperature back up quicker. So we're looking pretty good, 400 to 420 degrees C on the stone, 450 degrees air temperature. I'll get a pizza stretched, and by the time it's ready to launch, the oven will be perfect. Next one's lunch, so double pepperoni. Still like a bit of basil when I'm using a spicy meat. And I've got the large slice hot paprika, chef's treat. And the smaller slice classic. 490 on the air temperature, 430-ish on the stone. So we're instantly getting that Neapolitan bounce and some blistering straight away. But my pizza skills have left me. Put a hole in this one. Right, and that just goes to show that when you start making pizza in the spring for the first time, you are probably going to have some problems. Right, embers all over the mess on the stone, and it'll clear up in no time. I guess this is the point. I'm just a normal guy who sells firewood and happens to make pretty good pizza. When we get these ovens out for the first time, having not used them for months, there's going to be a bit of skill fade. So what happened here, with the oven running so hot, I felt the need to move a little bit faster, move too quick. The base of that pizza wasn't sealed, and I've stuck the peel right through the base of the dough. We'll give this about 5 minutes. Luckily, most of the mess is at the front of the stone, so it's not going to cause us too much of a problem, and I'm desperate to eat. So yeah, 5 minutes, see you for the next pizza. Right, stone's pretty clean. You know, we're not going to be cooking on this front part here, so we'll deal with that later. All the debris and anything stuck is gone. Let's cook. Right, double pep again. So nice hot oven again, about 490 degrees C, and the thing to remember this time is I can slide my peel in there to protect the crust if I need to give the base a bit longer. Just like that, giving our base a little bit more time to set. And just nice and easy, and we've released. It's a good bake, this one. And the base of the pizza's had enough, so I'm just lifting it off to finish the crust. And there we go, absolute beaut. Proper 60-second Neapolitan pizza. Dome firing on all cylinders. I'm performing a little bit better. Let's make another. And we're going to do another marg. Turns out this is grana padano, so it's lucky I said that. Nice hot oven. That log's got a lot of time on it. 420 degrees C on the stone. We can cook. Nice hot stone, so just regularly check the bottom. And we're just finishing this pizza in the dome because the base is cooked enough. Tiny bit left to get some colour. And that one's done. Bit of a closer look at this one. Again, a really nice 60-second Neapolitan bake. Really nice, light, airy crusts. Perfect colour on the base, and you can see that bend, that's typical in Neapolitan. To be honest, that one looks so good, and it's hot and fresh out the oven. That's my lunch. Get in my belly. Hot, oh hot. Definitely burnt myself, but so worth it. Thank you so much for watching. None of this was scripted, so I hope a good, honest appraisal of what home pizza making can be like was useful for you. Please give us a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you soon.